What's one thing you wish you could tell your parent without any fear? What's one thing you wish you could tell them without any fear?
That I've been eating my school fees.
Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode on Vibe and Scars, where you can talk freely, talk your mind, tell me how you feel, express yourself. And on today's episode, we have a new person. My name is Calvin Philip, and I'm here with
Regina Adams.
Okay, Gina Adams. So Gina Adams, which department are you from? Because I picked up from BSU. So which department are you from?
History.
History. Okay. All these historians. All right. So I have some questions for you here that I'm gonna be asking you. You can talk about it, express it the way you want to express. That's why it's vibes and scars. Talk freely. So the first question is gonna concern your school life. All right. So please be audible. What's your brokest moment in school and how did you survive it? What's the brokest moment in school?
The broken moment in school
Yeah.
is the exam period.
Yeah.
Because I don't like food has finished.
Okay.
I have to start hustling and calling and it takes a while. I don't know why that time it's like that. It always takes a while for money to come through. So how we handle it is Gary.
Mad. Okay. So Gary is the savior. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next question. Now, what's one thing you thought university would be like, but it turned out to be completely different?
Okay. I'm very unsocial person.
Okay.
So I was thinking, okay, since I'm coming to this social institute, I'm going to become more, social and stuff. But I became more conserved than I was before I came.
So why didn't you relate? You find it difficult to relate to her? You tried, but
hard.
Okay. So do you think the problem is from the people around you or the
I think
problem?
from both of us.
Okay, you guys are contributing 50-50. All right, so next, moving up. Have you ever felt like quitting school?
A lot of times.
So what made you to keep going?
What made me keep going is my dad.
Okay.
I can't not go to school.
Okay.
Because like he's putting in so much work.
So are you going there because of your dad put so much, or you're going there because you want to go there?
Not because I'm in school. Because of my dad.
Okay. All right. So moving on to the next section, family and home. So if your parents were your age mates, imagine you met them now as of your own age, would you want them to be your friend?
Yeah, very much.
You want them to be your friends? That means you like them a lot. They are your type of people.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's one thing your family never seems to understand about you? What's one thing they never seem to understand about you?
My mom.
Okay.
So I don't understand why I'm a girl and I don't act like a girl. She said I don't do makeup and stuff. Like when she was my age, she does all those stuff, and then me now I'm just behaving anyhow.
Yeah, when I was getting into school, I saw you in a basketball court. Do you play basketball?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because the way you dress seems like you're just coming from a training. All right, so do you feel like becoming more like your parent completely, or you want to be different from them entirely?
I want to be like my parents.
Which one specifically, or both of them simultaneously?
I think my dad.
Oh.
I would like to be a bit richer.
Maybe I see, okay, you have to be a bit richer. Okay, that's just all right. That's on moving to the third section, which is friendship and trust. Who is that one friend you can call anytime, even at midnight? Who is that one friend?
I don't have a friend. So of the one I can call. But I think my sisters.
Okay. Yeah, you made mention of you being antisocial, which literally contains that you don't have friends. Okay, so your sister is your best friend. So have you ever had a friendship that ended without any reason? Have you ever had a friendship?
I think when I was in secondary school, I had friends.
Yeah.
But everyone that ended without a reason from me. I ended everything. I just stopped communicating.
So how did you feel after ending everything?
I didn't feel anything. Wow.
Okay. All right, moving up. What's one crazy thing you and your friends did that you still laugh about whenever it comes back to your memory?
I don't see me and my friends. I see me and my brother, me and my siblings. They're my closest friends.
Okay.
So
let's
go. Do like Royal Rumble. Like 4 of us fight.
Yeah.
Without like we're very angry. And then the four was like how our four was angry at the same time and are fighting each other at that same time. So when we finish fighting and everybody sits down, everybody frowning and looking at each other, they will burst out laughing.
That's crazy. All right, moving on to the fourth section, money and hustle. So what's the craziest hustle you have ever tried to do just to make extra cash for yourself? Like if you have ever done, what's that particular one that you have ever tried to do to make extra cash?
Okay. One time, my house, we had my cousins came over. Yeah. So we had flour in the house and we're all broke. We're quite small. I think I was 13. Okay. So we used the flour and corn flour, mix it together, put color and stuff. And we hopped it in Mechanic Village. For real? Are your parents aware of this? No, they were not around. So they will not allow. Okay, you won't try if they're around. They won't allow. Moving up, what was that one thing you bought that you regret spending money on till today? What was that one? Shirts from Temu. It's not Timo. Timothy, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to Timo on this. All right. So moving on to the next one. If you got 1 million naira now, right now, what was the first thing you would do? First thing I would do is start a clothing brand. Okay. So the clothing brand, which means you have interest in clothing. Yep. Oh, okay. All right. Now to the fifth section. We're coming to an end. Expectations versus reality. That is the segment. Now, when you got into university, what were your biggest expectation, and did it happen the way you were expecting it? The expectation was okay, me walking into a class and everybody like acknowledging me and noticing that it's just walking. Yeah. And then it's like they don't even see you, nobody sees you. So you are just invisible totally, right? Exactly. Okay, now moving up. Have you ever felt disappointed in yourself? Like a lot of times. So what caused it? Personal decisions. Okay. But I don't want to show. Eating my school fees. I ate my school fees every semester. Your dad is gonna watch this video. Eating of your school fees. I ate my school fees 100 level. Which level are you now? Okay, 300 level. Okay. I've been eating my school fees then. Mad. But I end up paying back with the money I'm supposed to use to feed, so it's hard. Mad. This is crazy. All right. So what's one thing you thought you would never do but you ended up doing? Eating snails. Snails. Eat snails. Damn. How does it taste? It's nice. Very nice. Actually. So do you regret eating it, or you like the fact I liked it. Liked it. Wow. And I'll eat it again if I see. So did you start eating this snail because you came to university, or you started eating it at home? I started eating it at home. My mom's sister. Okay. All right. So the next section is the mental strength and survivor, which is the sixth section. Now, what's the lowest moment you have ever had in your life, and how did you overcome it? My lowest moment was my year one results. Yeah. It was quite bad. And I had a lot of absence and stuff, and it was just confusing because first of all, that was not the course I applied for. Secondly, I'm having this kind of issues in this course. So it was all just too much. So I had to like ask people around like how I was supposed to deal with it, and then they were like, okay, I have to exam officer, walking around, all that waka. Complaint and the rest. Yes. Okay. Yeah, they finally resolved it. All right. So you're good now. All right. Have you ever felt like you were failing? Have you ever felt like you were failing, and even when people thought you were doing great, like you were failing, you knew you were failing, though, but people thought you were doing great. Have you ever felt that moment that you were failing, but you can't even admit that you are failing because people think you are doing great? Okay, Minute. So how did you handle that moment? How did you feel? How did you overcome that moment? Did I overcome? Okay, it's something. I play basketball. Mostly you do stuff and you're like, what am I doing? And the coach is like, nice one, you did well, but try it this way. That's just encouraging you, right? And then you now like do better. All right. Okay. So what's the one thing you tell yourself when life gets really hard on you? Like, we can do this. Yeah. Me and myself and I. Yeah. So have you working for you? Yeah, very well. Oh, very cool. Now the next section, regrets and mistakes. Now, what was one decision you made that you wish you could change? Coming to school. I for real.
you regret that decision.
I will just go the hustle.
Yeah. So, all right. So, apart from this, what do you have passion for? This is aside from our
I have
question
passion
list.
for food.
Food.
I have passion
Like
for
cooking
balling.
or eating.
Eating.
Damn.
Then I
That's a
play
crazy
basketball a
passion.
lot. Then I read.
Okay.
I don't read
You
educational
read your
books.
books or okay? You don't read
I
educational.
don't like educational books.
Damn.
Like school books.
You don't like anything relating to school.
Yes. I prefer.
Share this video to your dad, please. All right. So, have you ever trusted someone and ended up regretting it? All right. What's one thing you are glad you did, and even though you thought it was scared, what's one thing you are glad you did? What's one risk you took, and it ended up coming up? A what?
Christian journey.
You travel without anybody knowing. Or how? I don't understand. Explain the Christian journey.
You said what's one risk? One thing I did
that you
that I'm glad I did.
Yes, you thought you would regret, but at the end of the day, it was a good result that came out.
I don't think I regret, but I think it's very hard, like, to stay in this Christian journey. So you have to like put a lot of work, and it's going out well. Okay,
so family and lessons. What's your one advice? What's one advice your parent gave you that actually turned out to be true?
Be a good girl and stay away from trouble.
So have you stayed away from trouble?
Yeah, I stay away from trouble a lot, and that's how trouble doesn't come to me most of the time, because I've been in situations where I was supposed to get into trouble, but I just
maneuvered it. Yes. All right. So if you had a chance to tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Take your life more seriously
than the way you're taking your education now. All right. So, what's one thing you wish you could tell your parent without any fear? What's one thing you wish you could tell them without any fear?
That I've been eating my school fees.
Okay, what to tell them? I'm eating your school fees.
Yeah, I'm so good.
Welcome to Africa. All right, personal growth. What's one bad habit you have outgrown over the years? One bad habit you have outgrown over the years.
Okay. I used to suck my mouth.
Okay. Like, very well.
Yes.
But have you outgrown it?
Yes.
Or you still do it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
I've outgrown it. Okay. What's one thing you do now that you thought you would never do?
Sleep in a room alone.
Okay. The scary room. Okay. If you could wake up tomorrow doing anything you love, what would you do? If I could wake up tomorrow doing anything I love. Yeah, what would it be?
I'd rather be eating.
Damn.
Or playing basketball.
The passion for this food is crazy. She always put it first. All right, so what's one dream you have that you never told anyone? What's one dream you have that you never told anyone? Like, the dream is what you want to be, like, in your mind.
Okay, aspiration.
Yes, exactly.
I think I've told my mom almost all my dreams, so I don't have the one that I've not told anybody. I told my mom.
Okay, so in summary, education is you're just doing it because formalities and what your dad wants you to do.
Exactly.
Then your own passion is food and basketball. What do you do for hobby? Basketball
and food.
Wow, this food is always on the top. All right, Mrs. Gina Adams, thank you for staying with us and giving us this amazing episode. It was really interesting chatting with you. I picked her up from school actually, and I'll be taking her home as usual, taking her home to drop her off. So, Gina, thank you for staying with us, spending time with us. So, let's take you home so that you can go and eat food, right? All right, so let's roll out.